Tacos in a nutshell. Holy moly, we got a good show for you. But I wanted to make sure welcome everybody in. Painting Polish in the house, W2 Splinter in the house, Array 69 in the house. Everybody's watching all over the place. Crazy. Look at this. Look at these beautiful freaking tacos. We're talking about homemade tortillas. We're talking about carne asada inside. We're talking about cilantro, onions, pickled onions on the top, if I remember. You told me that, right? Please help me welcome to the show, Mr. Coach Ray to the show. Let me put you in scam right here. Look at this. Woo! There we go. We got our camera guy right there helping us out. There he is right there, live in action. What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
Dude,
finally. Thank you for having me. Finally got it over here, right?
We've been working on this for years. When did I go? It had been like a year or two ago.
It's been about a little bit over a year.
Damn.
Yeah, it was during the pandemic, actually.
Yeah, pandemic was happening.
Chapachuli, and you were trying some hot sauce. You wanted the hottest one.
Yeah.
And we gave you the two of the hottest ones, which is the Kiko and the peanut.
Oh, peanut. Yeah,
the peanut
right. I wanted
the
to
peanut sauce.
Home.
We make that home. Well, everything we make homemade.
Oh my god!
The peanut sauce it's just spicy.
Oh, it's spice, but I love the spice, and I took it down like a champ. And dude, it was like that day. Everybody had points. W2 Splinter had points. Painting Polish had points. I was eating hot stuff. They were making me look a crazy man with Chapachuli, looking for Chapachuli sightings. The guy, your customer, was all about it. He was helping us look for Chapachuli in the bushes.
I remember that. I was like, what are they doing?
It's crazy. And Ray just went with it. Ray was right with it. Ray's an actor, part-time actor or something like that. He went right with it. Peanut sauce, that would be awesome. Yes, on Pastor, exactly. That's W2 Splinter. Me and W2 Splinter have this thing. She's exactly right. The Pastor with the peanut sauce, fantastic. Oh my gosh, and the pickled onions on top gives it a little amazing thing. Let's start off from the beginning. I wanted to get this guy in here because we did talk a little bit about your story when we were on site there. We had a great time just talking out there. It's a great, beautiful place. If you have a chance to visit the restaurant, does it still got the outdoors area too?
It's outdoors and indoors now.
And you were showing, when I got there, I was the first to ever see the inside.
Right.
Being built out, the chairs, the way the chairs were going to be, the way it was going to be set up. A Race Place exclusive as always. I was the first one on site. So there's so many places you can sit outside, you can sit inside. Right. There's all these different options, and it's amazing. What do we got here? A squeeze of lemon and bam, exactly. And you put the little lines on the side of the plate all the time. All the details are there. It looks beautiful. It's taco perfection. Great word right there, W2 Splinter. It's taco perfection, exactly. So let's start off at the beginning. You are well known in the community of El Monte. You're a wrestling coach at the South El Monte High School?
I was. I retired after 33 years as a wrestling coach at the city of South El Monte.
But before the taco thing, that's what you were doing, right?
I was wrestling coach, in construction. And I still work for the district.
Wow. You still work for the district?
I still do. I can't retire yet. I got 2.5 years before I can retire.
Oh, smart. Yeah, you can't do those city jobs. You got to keep them.
I got to wait that 55.
55.
55 is the number.
55. You're 25 now. You got to wait till 55.
That's right.
There you go. Crazy. So we're going freaking origin story tonight. So before the tacos, this man is coaching at South El Monte High School, well-known coach, championship wrestling team. And what happens? Like these sports teams, they end up having like fundraisers or something like that. Is that what happens?
Yeah, we started having fundraisers, and we started doing actually tacos. And we started doing. And how we started off actually was we lost a loved one. Joe Casanova in the military. PFC Joe Casanova.
God bless him. God bless his soul.
And in the Iraqi war. And we had another family member that made it back home safe from the Iraq war. And he reached out to me and says, "Hey man, I need you to cook for me for my whole platoon. They're coming down. It was 250 people at the BFW, and I reached out to a brother-in-law of mine, and
250 people, dude.
So we got together, no clue. I just love to cook, and from there it just sparked up. People were asking us for business cards, but everything was fresh, and that's what we keep it. So that's how pretty much we started. After that, I got my kids, my former students, during while they were still students. Hey, I need you guys' help. Yeah, I'll give you guys per hour, blah blah. And I need you guys to help me out, blah, blah. We're going to serve. We got you, coach. My kid's always been come through all the time.
Nice. That's good. That's awesome. So you're creating jobs in the community on top of everything else. Go back. What was the first? Was it? So you were doing fundraisers, and during those fundraisers, you're selling tacos, and is that how they started tasting the tacos? Is that the first time they started tasting them?
When I actually started doing the banquets for a wrestling team at my house.
Oh, the banquets.
The banquets
At your house.
at my home, because
So they're getting the full experience.
I would, yeah, at the high school, every banquet you have for high school for the wrestling and the season, winter season.
Yeah, they get the jackets, they get the letters.
Yeah, they get all that stuff. But
certificates.
then the school only can offer is cake and punch.
Yeah, that's like every school.
Every
My
school.
son's the same thing. They don't offer nothing. You have to hire your own taco guy, everything.
Yeah, so then I said, guys, we're gonna get your MVP with the school offers. Bring your family over. I'm gonna cook it for you guys. I'll give you guys a MVP, all the awards over there, blah blah. And before you know it, the parents started asking me, "Damn, your coach cooks good." Parents came down and, "How much you charge me?" That little by little started.
Whoa.
And I said, "Hey, as long as you help me, I'm good."
How does it go from doing these catering events, doing this VFW event, into like, I'm gonna buy a building? How does that happen?
You know what? I did construction. Never thought I would ever own a restaurant or open a restaurant. I never worked fast food.
You have no experience at this.
No
at all.
experience whatsoever.
Wow.
No experience. And believe it or not, everybody said that because that place was very famous. It used to be a very famous place of 37 years.
That building?
But before me was 37, and it was a packed place, open to 1, 2 in the morning. So I was doing construction as a contractor. That was my side hustle. And then I passed by and I seen the place, and I decided to take a picture of the phone number during the pandemic, 2020. And I said, "Why is everybody closing?" Like, man, we need to open a place, blah, blah. And long story, took a picture, got the number, they called me in. I looked at the building, I said, "Damn, I ate here. This is a big place."
Yeah. It's huge.
That's all she wrote.
I've heard of people coming home and telling their wives, "I bought a new motorcycle," and that's bad. "I bought a boat," and that's bad. But never, "I bought a restaurant," a taco restaurant. How did that go down?
My wife found out eventually. My daughter called me on Thursday. She goes, "Dad, my mom's seen you on Instagram." She's in the hospital. She had a hyperventilation or something like that. Anxiety
Because
attack.
of after she heard you.
She's like, "Yeah."
So this is real, guys. Let's get a picture here. So he tells his wife he bought her not a Harley, not a boat. He tells her he bought a restaurant. She starts hyperventilating.
She ended up at the hospital. She had anxiety attack. Like, "Your dad's freaking." I didn't
I'm
believe
getting
him.
an anxiety attack just hearing the story.
So she didn't believe it until she seen it on social media. And this place was so packed. It was a
Damn.
3-hour wait just to get your food.
You've only been open since basically 2020.
2020, going on 3.5 years right now.
That's
3.5
crazy.
years. Yeah.
Usually it takes people like a minimum of 5 years to figure out their situation. You are not even on 5 years, and it's just blowing up like crazy.
Yeah. So far so good. And it's been a lot of help with a lot of people, like my friend that got us connected with the promoter, Jerry Hernandez, and Vanessa, former alumni from Mountain View High School with me. Met her there, and she's the one that arranges all the food and what they want, and we deliver.
Holy moly. You guys do catering, small companies, big companies, musicians, promoters. You guys will do any event, right?
Yes, we do. Yeah, any event they've asked, and we just did an event right here in Riverside this past weekend. Loft 84. This is our second time recommended. It's a wedding. Loved it. We aced it.
What was it again?
Loft 84 in Riverside.
Loft 84.
It's a very nice place in Riverside.
Oh, wow.
And we just did their second wedding event there. And
oh, wow. It's like a nice wedding event space?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were recommended again. And they love the food. And
so you can't that's a great deal, because once you get, those like event spaces, they don't have to recommend anybody.
Yeah.
They could just be like, "Well, if you're on your own."
Yeah.
But for them to go out and say, while they're signing the wedding contract, and say, "Hey, for your tacos, you got to get Ray over here."
Right.
That's going to be consistent business. This is the Taco Sauce restaurant. I got to go back. I'm doing something totally wrong. all my focus, all my life is always tacos. I need to go hang out with Ray, and he's gonna put down a plate of beans. All the other things that I'm missing out. The menudo, we're gonna have to really sit down and get serious about what in the heck is going on over at Taco Sauce. Holy moly, my man! Thank you so much for popping in.